Hey everybody, wanted to check in back in with everybody, see how everybody was doing. Uh, I usually don't make a video like this. For one, you could tell that I have my shirt off because I pulled something either right in here, and I have icy hot on. So this ain't the way I wanted to do this video. But anyway, uh, the Maui fires. I've been watching Eric. He is a what? He is a realtor that lives in
His channel's called Hawaii Real Estate.
his channel is called Hawaii Real Estate, and he lives in Lahaina, and he's doing a really good job of taking pictures when they're telling him, they're telling the people of Hawaii, especially on uh, in or around Lahaina. I'm sorry if I'm not saying it right, but anyway, Maui, uh, they cannot take pictures.
Actually, nobody can.
Nobody can. And if you don't believe me, there's a video he uploaded 12 days ago. There was three sets of deputies. They was looking at a burnt car that was obviously something wasn't right. Something was not right. This car shouldn't have been burnt. It was a Jeep. Excuse me. It was a Jeep, and uh, this thing was melted. I mean, melted. You need to go check it out, and it's called More Evidence. 2 miles from Lahaina Fire, a melted car. That's his title of his video. Go look at this. Even though they're on an island, it is a United States state. I've never seen where you could not take pictures out in the public. They are telling these people, no pictures. You can't fly a drone. Something, their rights are being stripped. And they are begging people. Oprah called it. I'll have to give her that. Oprah freaking called it good. She said to a reporter, in 3 weeks, everybody from the states will be forgot about it. The camera people will be gone. How does she know that? How does she know that the media was going to be gone? How could she call this so good? I mean, she called it to a T. She called it to a T. How? How? 10 years in the Marine Corps, 14 plus in law enforcement. I don't know if y'all know, I really don't like to disclose where actually I live, what county, or what city that I'm in. I'm in South Georgia, and I'll tell you this. Uh, there's a little South Georgia town called Waycross, Georgia. If you go to Waycross, Georgia, off of Highway 82 and 520, there will be a crossroads. There'll be a gas station on your right. If you'll make a right-hand turn at that red light, that will be US 1. It will take you all the way to 295 in Jacksonville. About 4 or 5 miles out of town, past the State Patrol Department that's on the left, going out of Waycross, there will be a what we call the Okefenokee Swamp. Okay, a few years ago, before I got married or was about to be married, uh, I worked with the Ware County Sheriff's Department. We had a huge, really bad wildfire. This fire ate up thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of acres of swampland, what we call black water. This swamp, it's wet, but it's got pine trees, it's got palmetto bushes, what we call sawgrass. If you walk through it, it'll cut you. It's got good fuel. I was a part of. I'm not a firefighter, and I'm not claiming to be, but I was a part of evacuating people, getting them out. Matter of fact, um, I drove an old Crown Vic, and when the Jars Charger come back in, I drove a blacked out Dodge Charger. Well, my Charger wouldn't go down some of the dirt roads, so the sheriff at the time told all of us, "Look, I don't want my Chargers, screwed up, so come and get pickups, 4-wheel drive pickups." So that's what a lot of us did. I was a canine officer, so I got a nice brand new Dodge Charger, and I love that car. Oh my God, I love that car. I still got a picture of it uh, where I backed it up against the SO building, and I turned the blue and red lights on, and it didn't have a bar on the top. I mean, this was a ghost car. What in law enforcement is what we called a ghost car. You can't tell what it is till you get up on it. So anyway, it was nice. It had lights in the windshield and lights in the grill, and matter of fact, it didn't even have a push bumper. I don't believe. I love this car. I didn't want to get it messed up, so I went back and got a pickup truck, 4-wheel drive. I think it was a F-150 or F-250. I'm not for sure, but anyway, we took off down these dirt roads. Smoke. Oh my God. They was advising people with asthma, breathing problems, young children, stay away. It was all the way down to the state line, the Georgia and Florida state line. It got that bad. And they called in crews from uh, Atlanta and from Jacksonville, Florida, Alabama. All these hotshot crews was coming in. They could not get this thing under control. I seen a house burnt. What we call a block house, which is concrete blocks. It was burnt on the inside, but not burnt on the outside. I mean, the blocks are still there. We seen cars completely, burnt. I've never seen a car like this, though. I mean, I've seen them. I've seen people take gasoline, pour all over it, light them up. They steal them, strip them, whatever, and then they'll torch them. I've never seen a car that was this bad burnt from a brush fire or grass fire. Never, never. And then you got law enforcement coming up and saying, no, you can't take pictures. They are infringing upon their constitutional right to take pictures. This is in a public, it's on a highway. It's right off of a highway, y'all. They are telling them not to take. Why? What do you got to hide? I'll tell you what the governor, what the police chief, what they got to hide. 2 words. Black stone. Black rock. Sorry. Black rock. That's what they got to hide. I mean, BlackRock has their fingers in everything. Everything. I do mean everything. And even Oprah, even Oprah is in bed with BlackRock. All these millionaires, billionaires, they've all went through BlackRock to get property in Maui. I've never seen a fire move, just say, south to west, or I'm sorry, from east to west or south to north, and not eat up everything, especially wood. There's wood in the houses. It's like there was a fire break around the house. And I want to apologize while I'm at it. My first fire video on this, yes, I was pissed off. I will not lie to you 110%. I could have made that video better than what it did. And I do thank y'all for looking at it. Share it. Get the word out. Because this is being overlooked. The media can't even get in there. They got this place locked down with troops on the ground. That is what National Guard is. The National Guard is a branch off of the Army. If the Army needs, say, extra hands, then the National Guard activates. You look on a National Guardman's uniform, it don't say National Guard. It says U.S. Army. They are reserves for the Army. These are troops, and they got checkpoints, and they're telling people who can go in, and I understand that part. If you don't live there or got a good enough reason to be there, then you shouldn't be going in. But at least let the media in. I mean, it would keep down a lot of, well, what they got to hide. And I'll be honest, they got a lot to hide because they started this fire. This was preventable. People didn't have to die in this fire. I find it mighty funny that they turned people around. Yes, I understand that light wires was down, poles were down. I'd rather run over a light wire than burn alive and die. I'd rather take my chances. I would accept from law enforcement if they told people, look, I don't know if it's safe for you to go down there, but I know sure as hell it's not safe for you to go back this way. This is the way the fire's going. It's up to you. You could go that way and try it, or you could go burn to death. They wanted these people to die. They wanted these people to die because a bunch of rich, privileged, black, white, Hispanic, don't matter what color, they are privileged. They're wanting land. Nobody thinks it's mighty funny that the governor of Hawaii put into effect 2 weeks before this fire that if it's declared a natural disaster, that even if you own that piece of property and it's been affected, he has rights over your property. Basically what it's saying is he can take it. Historical landmarks he has control of. Nobody found that funny. I know a lot of people are going to sit there and go, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, and oh my God, you live in South Georgia, you're just a idiot, and you don't know what you're doing or what you're saying, and you're just trying to create more drama that don't need to be there. Okay. I have been just about everywhere there is to go, literally. I've been to Germany. I've been to Japan. I've been through Hawaii. I've been to Afghanistan, Iraq. I've been to Italy. I've been to a lot of people want to know what did y'all do before the war? Where we were fighting drug kingpins down in places like uh, South America where they don't have laws like we do against drugs. So I have been around. I'm not just spewing, and I'm not just talking out of my crack of my ass. I've been around. I've seen. I mean, I've been all the way down to Africa. That was the one I was trying to think of. That's a crazy freaking place. They eat rats there, y'all. Yeah, on the side of the road, they eat rats, wolf rats, with rice. One of my friends, he's dead now, but anyway, one of my friends, we was all in pickup trucks really, and we was telling the African police or whatever you want to call them, we were hungry, so we just pulled over on the side of the road. I'm gonna throw the story in, but I'm gonna get right back to what we needed to be talking about. But anyway, uh, we stopped, got out, and this one dude, he just picks up a bowl and starts eating. Boom, boom, boom. So my friend did too. And I got that wondering, what is it? I don't want to be rude and not eat. Especially when they're offering it to you. Here, here. So I asked basically our interpreter, what is this? Wolf rap. Wolf what? Wolf rap. And all of a sudden, my friend stops after he's done ate a bowl about like that and about like that. What did he say? I told him, I said, all I got was wolf what. What is wolf what? No, wolf rat. And he finally got the R to come off his tongue. Wolf rat. My friend started puking his guts up. But yeah, they pointed over, and it was a croaker sack. And I mean, a big croaker sack, and it was full of dead wolf rats. These people eat rat. Come to find out, it's a treat to them to eat rat. So, anyway, not my cup of tea. And it wasn't his neither. So, but anyway, I've been around. I've seen things. I haven't seen it all. I'll admit to you, I haven't seen it all. But I've seen some shady things from the government. And I've seen shady dealings from a lot of people that I've dealt with. And I'm telling y'all, this is government. This is government. I'm not saying that they're using uh, beams to beam down and start a fire here and start a fire there. No, but it is weird that some houses that are completely destroyed, but there's a house right beside it that never got touched. I'm telling you what I have seen in my experience when I was in law enforcement and when I was on deployments and seeing the things that I've seen, seeing fires and stuff like that, brush fires, and this wasn't a brush fire. This was a full blown fire. Somebody said it. Yeah, it may have started with a light wire. I'm not doubting that. It probably did start with the light wires. But I've never seen concrete just dust after a brush fire or wildfire. You're telling me that wildfire got that hot that it it just turned concrete into ash. I've never I've never seen that. Not even what we call bricks. You know, the red bricks. Some of those red bricks were just like dust. That was a hot fire. Very, very, very hot. It was boiling. And the people that are missing, I don't mean to sound, how can I put it? Because I don't want to put it in a bad way, but they're they're they're
Remain animated.
they're dead, y'all. They're no longer with the living. And if they find a body, they're not going to find a body. They're going to find maybe a piece of a bone, maybe a tooth, a filling. And it's sad. It is really sad that for land, for a piece of dirt, and I'm telling y'all, y'all can believe me or not, y'all can believe me, and I think his name's Eric, Eric White. He has the Hawaii uh,
Real estate.
real estate, Hawaii real estate. It just it don't add up. From the fires that I have dealt with, and I'm talking about full blown wildfires. If you was to go down US one right now, on the if you're going south on US one, on the left hand side where I know used to be trees, real big tall trees, there's nothing there no more. It's desolate. That was a hot fire. But and that was a wildfire. It was started, and this place has been on fire. I think, well, right after me and you got married, wasn't it? It caught on fire again. The Okefenokee Swamp. Yeah, it caught on. It's been caught on fire after that, about two or three times after, and it's always been a hell of trying to keep it contained because this is a big area, thousands of acres of Georgia state land that is protected. We have alligators there. We have uh, burial grounds from Indian tribes that are buried out in that swamp. You know, so it's protected. Matter of fact, you have to pay to get in there. But I'm telling y'all, if if the American people don't open up their eyes and realize if this could happen on an island in the Pacific, it can happen any day in the 48. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Everybody's got their trust in government. Everybody. And I'm sorry to say, you're fixing to be let down. The ones that are getting prepared for what's coming are going to barely be able to make it. I'm going to prophesize for y'all, and I'm going to tell you what I think's coming. I think we're going to have to be living off the grid. That means no lights, no telephone. We're going to have to hunt. We're going to have to protect our homes, our family, our children. And I believe it's coming. It's coming down to it. That people that thought they couldn't point a gun at another human being and pull the trigger, I believe it's going to come down to those people are going to have to make a choice. Is it going to be them or me? I'm telling you, this was not an accident. And Oprah called it. How did she know? 3 weeks. Look up the video. Look up the video. Oprah called it. And 3 weeks, 3 weeks, when the rest of the West, is how she put it, which is the U.S., excuse me, has forgot about this, I'm going to be here getting the money. And yeah, they cut her off. I know she had a big spiel about, I'm going to give it to the people of Hawaii that need it. No, she ain't. Hell, she got $4,000 right now. She ain't gave none of it to nobody. Somebody done donated, or people done donated, I think, altogether $4,000 or $5,000. She ain't gave it to the victims of this fire yet. So what's that tell you? Supposedly, her and The Rock together donated 10 million. Sorry. Where the fuck's that money? She went to, or had her little minions, as I'm going to call them, her little minions, go to Costco, Walmart, and get pillows and blankets. Really, Oprah? Oh, she made sure that the camera was right there. Seeing her with her little minion running up behind her with another pillow and blanket. Here, Oprah. They're looking here. You know, you got to look good. Her with that stupid fucked up hat she had on. She had been on vacation.
No, it was like she was on vacation.
Yeah, it's like she was on vacation. Shit, yeah, it's like she was on vacation.
Well, it was.
And when that
She was
man,
sitting up there in her little mansion reading her little book on her little patio.
Yeah.
Trying to buy her flowers
Yeah.
and her little glass of wine she
Yeah.
usually has on
yeah,
her
and I know I said 1,000 acres. No, I done some research. This bitch has got 2,000 acres, and she's asking
That's fine.
the poor people of America to please donate. Her and The Rock. Let's not forget him. I mean, look at that video where that news reporter asked her, and he calls her Miss Oprah because he's trying to kiss her ass. Miss Oprah, how do you what is your feelings in all this, and how do you think? I think it's just tragic and terrible. Mm. Mm. Yeah, y'all. That was a half of a grin she was doing. She was grinning with those glasses and that stupid freaking hat she had on. She was smirking. That's called a smirk. A smirk is between a half of a smile and a forget you. That's what a smirk is. That's what she was doing. But, Lord, she got pillows and blankets. That put a dent in her purse, let me tell you. She went to Walmart, and I guarantee you, she had them people at Costco and Walmart to donate it. She didn't buy none of that. She had it donated. She had paid for a private firefighting team to come in and make sure that her land that she stole from the Hawaiian people and got her big mansion on a hill where she could look down at all her little minions running around, the Hawaiian people. That's the way she looks at it. I guarantee you she does. Them fools, look at them. From her mansion on a hill. She got a firefighting team to go there, make sure that her home, her stolen land, would be okay. She could have cut them loose down there, and maybe they could have helped save some lives. But no, she's that selfish. Instead of, you know what, if it burns, it burns. I don't live here 24/7. Y'all go down there and try to help and save lives where it counts. Oh, yeah, she hired them a week before the fire. So, what's that to you? What's that to you? People need to wake up. People need to wake up. Just because we live in a free country, or we think we're free, we're not free. By no means. The government dictates our movement. They dictate. They tell us what we can and cannot do. A lot of people sit there and go, you full of shit. I wish my damn government tell me what I could not do. They do it every damn day. And they sure as hell doing it right now in Hawaii. You don't believe me? Go ask the Hawaiian people. Or better yet, get your ass on a damn plane and go down to Lahaina. Try to take a picture. Try to get in there to take some pictures. See what happens. They got a zero tolerance on homeowners going back in. Zero. Do you know what that means in a law enforcement term? Bring your ass down here. You're going to be wearing my bracelets straight to the jailhouse. Zero tolerance means we ain't putting up with this. Means you try to come down here and go to your house, see what happens. You be riding a one-way ticket home, but it ain't gonna be the home you want to go to. Like we used to call it the big booty house. You be going to the booty house. To their own homes they can't go. And now it's a zero tolerance. They go to jail. They get arrested for trying to go home to check on their stuff. But Oprah called it 3 weeks. The media isn't in there. The families that's got stuff in Lahaina, they can't even go check on their own property. Burnt down or not. It's still their property. It may be nothing but a pile of ashes, but it's theirs. They're the ones that are working hard for it, making the payments right now. The mortgage payments. Still. And the government's telling them, no, you ain't coming in here. Something ain't right. Something is not right. There needs to be more awareness about this. This ought to be still blowing up. The people in the 48 should be standing up for the people in Hawaii and sit there and go, you know what? You may live 1,000 miles away from us, but you're still an American. You're still our people. We're going to back you up. We ought to be screaming, calling our congressman, going, hey, you know what? It may be an island, but it's our people. It's our island. It's United States soil. We want to know what's going on. Let the people back in. But it ain't going to happen. Because it's just like with truck driving. You know, you always hear, especially truck drivers, you always hear, Shut them down on this day. Don't move an inch. Well, you got companies like J.B. Hunt, Walmart, that sit there and go, oh, shit, I ain't stopping. I'm going to get mine. There's always going to be a holdout. But this needs attention. Not from the White House, because we got an idiot in the White House, y'all. And that press woman, she might as well stay hooked to Joe Biden's ball sack and stay on her knees. Because all she does is kiss his ass. He could take a 2-month-old and drown it. And sit there and go, hey, I'm Joe Biden, I'm drowning this baby. Come here, look. Get the camera right here. Look at its eyes rolling back. Oh, look at it splashing. And she would still defend him. No, he wasn't drowning it. It looks like he was, holding it down, but actually, bless his heart, he has arthritis in his hand right here, and he was trying to get a grip. I'm telling you, it may look like a claw, but he's trying to get a grip, and this hand right here, it just flops. You need to get your facts right. It's what she take and tell everybody. Joe Biden didn't drown that baby. She's all the time defending him. Telling the press, you need to get your facts right. Woman, let me tell you something. These news reporters, they need to be in the FBI and the CIA. You'd be surprised the shit that they can get covered up or uncovered. They ought to take and give them all badges and tell them, say, hey, look, I see right here that you worked as a reporter. We're going to give you a job. They be good doing the FBI job or doing the FBI job or the CIA or Secret Service. The shit that they could dig up. Good Lord. So, she needs to get her facts right. Because Mr. President Biden, that motherfucker did go to sleep. He's going to sleep all the time. All the time. I mean, you go look at him and tell, and then he'll turn pale. I think he's quit breathing 1 or 2 times. That motherfucker turns white as a sheet. I know he looks dead. Look like somebody took and just drained all the blood out of him. But Lord help, if he was to die, I know he's shitty, and he's dumber than dirt. But if he was to die, and we get that giggling fool, as they call her, oh boy, we are going to be in trouble. Like the old saying goes, we're going to be up shit creek without a paddle. We need some good leaders. Because these poor people are suffering. And at the time, right after Oprah and them going, I'm going to be here to make sure that I get the money to give to them. She ain't going to give them shit of that money. I seen one video, a man was sitting there saying, and bless his heart, all he could do was cry. My heart wept for him. And why I'm so ticked and why I'm trying to get it out as much as I can only do so much. I don't have that many subscribers. I know that. But if 3 or 4 or 5 people watch this video and sit there and go and look at other bigger people than me, way bigger people than me, maybe we get the word spread. Maybe it'll reach all the way to Washington and sit there and go, you know what? We're not going to sit back with our eyes closed no more. Let the people back into their homes. It is theirs. You can't tell them to stop taking pictures. That is their constitutional right. In the public. On a public road. There was 3 cars pulled up on them. 3 cars, deputies. And then one escorted them. I thought he was fitting to run over them, to be honest. I mean, he was right on their ass and then walking. They wanted them so bad out of there, he allowed them to walk across 4 lanes of traffic. Let them jaywalk. No, y'all just get the hell out of here. Come on. It's okay. I don't care if y'all get run over. Get the hell out of here. The first thing they said was no pictures, no videos. But my man done a good thing. He didn't stop. He kept rolling his camera. It's a shame that one man is trying to do all he could do for his community, for his state, for his home. And nobody seems like gives 2 shits about it to back him up. It's a shame. That other man, talking about Oprah and money, he sat there and said, I don't want your money. Well, how else? People going up to him right the day of or right after the fire. Here, we want to give you money, tourists. Him telling them, I don't need your money. I don't need that. Thank you, but I don't need that. Well, how can we help? I need water, something to eat. There was more valuable assets that those people needed besides freaking money. They needed food, water, somewhere to lay down. But yet it was all money for her and the rock. Yeah, these people are going to need money. Yeah, they are. They're going to be in dire need of it to help rebuild their homes if they get to. Looks like that the governor and our stupid ass president is going to take their land. That a lot of it's been handed down from generation to generation. Looks like they're going to take their land. They're going to have to build somewhere else or go buy another house somewhere else. Yeah, that's when the money is going to be needed. But at that point in time, the day after, y'all, 3 days after, money, 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 money. She should have been there singing that song. That's all she was wanting. Money. Money, 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 money. Give me that money. Give me that money. Give me that money. Give me that money. They needed, like I said, food, water, clothes, diapers for babies, milk, bottles for babies. That's what they needed at that time. They needed more than that. They needed a hug and say, hey, you're not alone. They deserved that from our leaders. They didn't get it. They didn't get it. Children dying in cars with their family. Children dying at home, burning up in houses. Parents trying to get home to their children. Wasn't able to make it. Still to this day, they don't know where their children are. Unfortunately. I know there's a conspiracy about, the buses and all of that. I'm going to go on a limb and say that I don't think that, but I think the children are gone. They're not living. All these missing people, they'll never find them. I don't think the ones in the ocean anyway. And like I said, I'm trying to say this as gentle as I can. I'm a very, very blunt person. I don't like beating around the bush. But something this sensitive is something this heartbreaking. Mm. I tell you what, I hope the people of Hawaii know that the people in South Georgia, we may not have much, we may not be able to go there and help physically, but you're in our thoughts, you're in our prayers, and we have not forgot about you. You are not alone. We're trying to spread the word for you here in the mainland or on the mainland. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off because it's actually 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to try to get a little bit of sleep. And it's Saturday or Sunday now? Sunday morning. So, Monday's right around the corner, 9/11. That's a day I wish I could just sleep through. But I don't get that luxury. But anyway, y'all keep the people of Maui, Lahaina, huh? Yeah, I said Maui. Yeah, Lahaina. I know I got a southern twang, but damn. Mm.
I heard that.
I know you did. Anyway, let's keep them in our thoughts and prayers. They still got a long road to go. A long road. And they got a long fight with the government and with their governor. They got a big battle. And they're going to need everybody to be there to back them up. Anyway, I hope everybody has a good Sunday. I'm going to be making another video, maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, uh, following up on this. Like I said, I'm trying to get the word spread because this is not right. This was not a natural disaster. This was greedy people trying to snatch lands. What I'm going to come out and say, and it's not right. And we need to stand up for the people in Maui, Lahaina, and the surrounding communities that are suffering from these man-made fires. This was not a natural disaster. This was man-made, either by government or government, because the lot company is uh,
Taking a whole bunch of it.
taking the whole brunt of it, and which BlackRock has stocks in it. So, and Blackstone has got their fingertips in every major company in the U.S. and some beyond the U.S. So, they got stocks in NASA. So, with that being said, I hope everybody has a good Sunday. Hit that like button. Try to spread the message. If it's not by sharing my video, then fine. But we need to get the message out there. We need to get some people's eyes open. We need to let our government know we are the people. You won't run over us. We love everybody. We love the people of Hawaii. You're in our thoughts and prayers. I only wish I could do more. But right now, like the whole United States, we're suffering too. We're barely making ends meet. But we're going to press on and keep going. So, that being said, everybody have a good Sunday.